Imagine if you could decide on the country's budget. How would you work out how much the NHS should get each year? How much would you give to education or to the armed forces? And what would you do to reduce the UK's deficit? Well, for students across the country, these difficult decisions became reality when they took part in Chance to be Chancellor. It's an annual competition which gives 14 to 18-year-olds the opportunity to tell the government how they think public money should be spent. Over 2,800 students submitted a mock budget online, and 249 of them competed for the title of Youth Chancellor by justifying their spending decisions. They argued their case in a number of ways, including speeches, websites and even short films. Clipbank went to the prize-giving ceremony at Her Majesty's Treasury at the end of March, where the winner and 9 runners-up were announced. The winning entry by 15-year-old Priyesh Patel stood out because of the sheer amount of time and enthusiasm he put into it. He delivered a speech, produced a video and ran a session at his school to get fellow students' opinions on government spending.
I decided my spending priorities by doing some background research about the decisions I made. So some things I wasn't sure on, for example, was with the defence budget. If you were to scrap the nuclear deterrent, what would the effects be of that? And I had a quick search on the internet about how important it is for our nation and what scrapping it would mean, how much we would save.
All the finalists found it difficult to strike a balance between making cuts and protecting public services.
I wanted to cut down on everything first, but education I almost forced myself to put more money into, because I believe that everything comes from education. I think without education people can't prosper. There's no entrepreneurs. That means that there's not enough jobs for people. So I think for society to develop, people have to be taught in multiple ways for that to happen.
I've learnt that in order to make it sustainable, there's going to be risks in whatever area you choose to change, and that sometimes these risks can't be avoided, but you need to sometimes go over them to experiment and see how things will work out.
The results of all the online entries were collated to create the youth budget. Young people decided that public spending should be reduced by £35 billion, which is close to 60% less than the government's actual proposed cuts. The competition organisers said the standard of this year's entry shows that young people do care about current economic challenges and understand that decisions made now will affect their future.